Well, hey there, Leslie Sanson Williams here. Wanted to talk to you today about how coming from a different career, especially, not just especially, but I'll talk about this specifically today, retail sales and customer service experience and how this plays into the legal field. Now, if you've ever worked as a cashier, even as a teenager, or worked in retail, or dealt with the public at large on a day in, day out basis, then you are a major problem solver, and you are a person who knows how to provide good customer service, although in the legal field we call it client relations. So it's important to establish strong client relationships because they are the people that employ the attorney, who then employs us and pays our salary. So they are important to the life of the legal department of a corporation, the nonprofit, the law firm, the government agency, so many different places where paralegals and lawyers are employed. So knowing how to serve that client, not keeping a client on hold too long on the phone, not getting back to the client with a callback. You know what it's been like when you've submitted your resume and cover letter and no one calls you back. The frustration and the anxiety that can create, that does that for the client. And when they don't understand the legal process, and we didn't either when we started out in the legal field, or you're just starting, remember that feeling of doubt and fear and trepidation, and understand that's what the client is feeling. So when an attorney is lax and is neglecting the calling back, then you have to take it upon yourself to call that client back. And you have to take it upon yourself to bulldog that attorney until you get an answer of some sort. If that attorney is trying to find the answer out on his or her own, then at least call the client back and say, give an answer that the attorney wants you to give. Don't make your own up. And it might be that the attorney's doing some research. And sometimes they don't like to say that to the client. So just ask the attorney, look, we need to call this client back. What do you want me to say? So that's the best way to handle it. But don't let that client sit there by that phone waiting for a call back. You know personally what that's like. If you've ever waited for a service person to show up at your house and no one shows, very frustrating, and it makes you angry. And so you can really thwart a lot of that anger and that hostility, because we end up creating it from our end if we don't call them back. So practice good customer relations, client relations that way, and come on with a friendly tone, and say, as soon as he is out, and I don't use the term usually, my attorney's in a meeting. It has really been overused, and attorneys, most of the attorneys I work for don't like us to tell, or me to tell the client that they're in a meeting, because it becomes something the client just doesn't believe. So ask the attorney what you want me to say, like that you're on a call, or that you're at the court right now. So ask the attorney how you should approach that when the attorney may be bogged down and working on a legal document, and they cannot be disturbed because they're working for that client, or another client who has something due that day, and it's due in court, that he can't or she can't get on the phone. So you are going to be the go-between in this. But all of those skill sets from other jobs will come into play and be of great value. It doesn't matter if the attorney doesn't see the value. You have to see the value. I know what it is. I know how valuable it is. Okay, so anything you're bringing with you that can transition over to client relations, customer service skills, organizational skills is all of extreme value in that workplace. Okay, so just want to take a moment at the end of this video to wish you all a happy 2021. Let's pray and hope that this year is fantastic, that problems are solved regarding the pandemic, and that we will all be healthy from this point forward. And so here's to a wonderful new year. I appreciate you all being on this channel. I really do. And if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I would love to hear from you. I love getting messages, and just say hi, and also love hearing your feedback and any questions you may have. So have a great last day of 2020, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.